Susan, Michael Gregory here in Nashville. How you doing? What a lovely song. Okay, I'm low dough, low budget, and low tech. I just do this on my cell phone in my little studio room. And basically, I'm like you, heard the song, fell in love with it, and set out to learn it about, oh gosh, I don't know, about 10, 12 years ago. Because I live here in Nashville, you run into people all the time. And I was at a Mini Mart gas station getting gas, and who's on the next pump but Steve Wariner. So I went over to him and said, "Hey, Steve," and he looked down like, oh no, this guy's going to groom me for an autograph. And I said, "About the song Sales." And he turned and his face lit up. It's like, okay, this guy's not a fan. He just wants to talk music. And I said, "I love the song. And when I heard your version, I had to figure it out and learn it." And he said, "You know what? Every time I would go visit Chet Atkins in his office on Music Row, he would point to a guitar in the corner. He'd go, 'Grab that guitar over there and play that Sales song, son.'" And he said he would make me play it every time. He loved it. So you probably have a handle on the basics, because I went to your YouTube channel and saw that you've got other versions of it posted from different players. And so, mine is off of his Drive CD. That's the one that I learned. And so in key of A, it's like an open A. That's kind of a classical guitar voicing, really. It's an A major chord. But I'm on the 7th fret of the D string, 5th fret of the B, 9th fret of the high E. So I'm going open A to the D string, and then high E, B, D, B and D. So your index finger still stays on the 5th fret of the B string, but the 7th fret of the D, you go down to the 6th, and the 9th fret of the high E, you go down to the 7th. So I'm just sliding those two notes down. This one by 1 fret, this one by 2 frets. Then I'm taking that shape there, 6th fret of the D, 5th of the B, and 7th of the high E, and moving it down 2 frets. Same picking pattern on the right hand. And there I'm going the 2nd fret of the D string, 4th fret of the G, 4th fret of the high E. Hit the open A and hammer on the 4th fret. Open D. Just a garden variety D chord there, but he takes the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E and starts with it open, and then hammers and then pulls off again. And that might take a little getting used to, because you got these two fingers nailed down there, and when this one moves, the other ones want to move. And so that might be a bit of a challenge. And then that's more of a classical voicing. Open E, open high E, 2nd fret of the G string, 4th fret of the A string. And I'm plucking the A and the high E, and then the G string. And that's on the B string, open. I've still got my first finger on the 2nd fret of the G, but I hit the B string open, hammer on, open high E. And this is a B minor 7. I noticed on the live version you had on your channel of Steve Wariner doing it, he's doing the standard B minor 7. I do it. It's just one note difference in the chord voicing. So basically I'm going the 2nd fret of the A, open D, 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B. And then my pinky on the B goes from the 3rd to the 2nd fret. open E, and a standard E major chord. And then an A major, but you open the B string and then hammer on the second fret with a pinky. And again, that may take some practice because you're keeping these ones still and just moving this one, and it's the weakest finger. So there he's barring, you know, A major chord, the second fret of the G, or the B, G, and D strings, and open A. Kind of the Keith Richards move there. So he's taking the middle finger and hammering on the third fret of the B string, ring finger hammering on the fourth fret of the D string. Pull it, hammering. I'm sorry, he starts with it down, pulls off, hammers back on, and then the open high E. Okay, and then it repeats. So then open A, open E, second fret of the B. Low E, open, hammer on the second to the third. So it's an A major, right? We got hammering on the second fret of the B, G, and D with that third fret on the low E. That's a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. But he starts out second fret on the low E, second fret on the G and the B, and then hits the chord again and slides that pinky on the second fret of the B to the third fret. Then first fret of the low E, and ring fingers on the second fret of the G, and I'm hitting the open B string, G string, open D. Open E, and then there's that A major chord, but instead of barring, we're playing all three with their own finger because we're going to need to hammer on that open B string and hammer on the second fret. So there we're barring. Sliding that pinky. So when I go, my ring finger's still staying there. When my index finger goes from the second fret to the first fret of the low E, and then my B string and D string are open. Open E, the A chord hammering, then that low E move again, open, hammer to the second and third. And that's again kind of classical type movement. So open A on the B string, 3, 2, O, G string second fret. We hit that twice while we're letting that low E note ring. And then that second hit. So we're going the second fret of the G, second fret of the low E. And then that garden variety D major chord. Pinky on the fourth fret of the A. Index finger on the second fret of the G, and the open E. that's a B major, so I'm on the first or the second fret of the A string, fourth fret of the D, fourth fret of the B. Let me angle so you can get that. So I'm skipping the G string, I'm not playing it, I'm playing second fret of the A, fourth of the D, fourth of the B. Right? And just with the right hand, plucking. So you probably remember on the Mel Bay books the old B7 chord voicing, where you're second fret of the A, first fret of the D, second fret of the G, open B, second fret of the high E. But he's leaving out the high E. So the A, the D, and the G, he's plucking all at once and then hitting the open E, or open B, I'm sorry. And then again, just a straight E major chord. And then plucking E, B, G, D strings. So, bar, pinky slide, keep the ring finger in the same position, first fret of the low E, open E with that A chord hammering onto the second fret of the B string, then the low E move, O, hammer to the second to third, D chord, right, open E, second of the G, fourth of the A, that B chord, second of the A, fourth of the D, fourth of the B, B7, pluck the A, D, and G, then hit the open B, and the regular E chord, then back to the top. Move that down 2 frets. Hammer. Hammer. All right, so there's that bar again on the second of the D, B, and G. And we're going to start with the these 2 fingers down, the third fret of the B, fourth fret of the D. Pull off, and then hammer. And that may take a little getting used to. It's a little hard because this one's just locked down and it's not free. So, and while you're doing those 2, the G string in the middle there is being held by this finger. It has to ring out. And then the open high E. So. Okay, I hope that gets you there. If you have any more questions, you got my email. And good luck. You know what a great song it is. So it's so enjoyable to play. And once you work it up, I know that you'll enjoy it for a long, long time. So greetings from Nash Vegas, wherever you are. And take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.